What's going on, everyone? My name is Rosha. Welcome back to a brand new video. And guys, yesterday we got a brand new trailer for Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and we also got some new gameplay footage along with some new screenshots on the Japanese Nintendo website. But before we get into that, guys, I want to say thank you. My last video, I'm so happy that so many people enjoyed it because I tried something new with the franchise that I really liked. So I'm just happy that a lot of people enjoyed it. A lot of people dropped likes and comments. So I'm really happy to see that. So I'm going to be continuing the Xenoblade stuff with this video today. And I'm so surprised that we got a trailer so soon after. For all of you that are new, leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more Zelda and Xenoblade content like this. So let's get into it. So guys, I want to cover some of the bigger details of this trailer, but I want to start with the biggest thing, and the biggest thing was the release date. So like, I remember I was watching this trailer yesterday, and I watched till the end, and they show the release date, and I was thinking, oh, September 29th, I guess that sounds okay. I mean, I'm not mad at that. But then I look down at the comments, and I see someone mention, oh, they moved it up 2 months, which I just want to say, when does that happen? Like, in my years of, I don't know, just following games and stuff, moving the release date forward never happens. I mean, July 29th, I'm not mad at that. Now it's coming way sooner, and that honestly tells me a few things. That tells me that this game is probably done already, because when does a developer ever move a game forward? And that tells me that the rumors were probably true. I remember back in like September or October, there were rumors that Xenoblade 3 was in development, and that they were saying that the game is almost done and they were in its final stages. And that tells me those rumors were probably true. And that also tells me that Nintendo probably has a lot more planned for this year. Maybe something like a new Zelda, since this game just got moved forward and they want to make Zelda a yearly franchise. So if I had to guess, we're probably getting a Wind Waker HD or Twilight Princess HD or an Oracle of Ages and Seasons pack. I don't know, we'll have to see. That's a video topic for another time. Maybe I'll do that soon. But that I really love. It got moved forward. I'm gonna need the extra time because Xenoblade games are always huge, always so much to do on them, and I am really happy with that. But besides those things, we also got a special edition, which you guys know I am going to get it, and it's coming out exclusively on the My Nintendo store, which is kind of interesting. They're probably doing that to curb scalpers, because when it comes to these games, when it comes to everything nowadays, people just scalp the hell out of everything. Like, do you ever go to look for an item? Like, I remember my Zelda Joy-Cons, the Skyward Sword Joy-Cons. I was looking for those and I could not get a pair. And I remember, like, even as soon as they announced it, you go on eBay or something and you've already got several people, before they even have pre-orders up, you have several people that just post an ad up for maybe double or triple the price before they even secure a pre-order, which is kind of crazy. So that's probably why they're doing this on the My Nintendo store exclusively, probably to curve scalpers, which is my guess. And I'm gonna be watching the My Nintendo store like a hawk. I've got it open right now, and hopefully I'm just gonna keep reloading it until I see Xenoblade Special Edition. I mean, it looks pretty good. It looks just like the Special Edition for the Definitive Edition, which I also have, and you guys are gonna get an unboxing of that as long as I can secure the deal. I assume it's probably gonna be 80 or 90, maybe $100. I don't know. I don't really care because I'm gonna buy it. This is one of my favorite franchises. I would do the same thing for Zelda. But on from that, we also saw new gameplay, and the gameplay, honestly, it reminds me a lot of Torna. It looks like Torna, but better. It looks like, so with Xenoblade 2, you had that combat, and then with Torna, it was like, with everything with Torna, it seemed like a step and a half, kinda. It was similar, but better. And that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from this game. I mean, the graphics look better in this game. They remind me of Torna, and I guess that could probably be explained. I assume Xenoblade 2 was probably a Wii U game, but they needed some titles for the first year on the Nintendo Switch, so I assume it got pushed forward to be a Switch exclusive. That's probably why the game wasn't as graphically intensive. If I had to guess, I'm not really sure about that. But the gameplay, it looks like Torna, but better. And we also see characters can change classes throughout the trailer, which is also really good, and that'll be interesting. But we also, another thing that we did see is that we see that there is 7 party members, and all the party members are on screen at once. But another thing that's interesting is we see that there are 4 new characters. We see Xeon, Valdi, and Riku and Manana all as that 7th party member, but there can only be, I guess, one 7th party member. So like even Riku and Manana, they're considered one character, but I guess they're technically two. But that 7th party member, I assume, since we only see one at a time, I assume that they are characters that join up during certain portions of the game. Kind of like in Xenoblade 2, how Van Damme was a temporary party member. Probably something similar like that if I had to guess. But we also saw these Ouroboros forms, which these look really interesting. It's where certain characters can merge together and, I don't know, become this super strong form. These forms, and they can become this form due to strong emotions like we heard in the trailer. And it's very interesting because we keep hearing about like Ouroboros needs to be destroyed or defeated or whatever. And since the main characters can become these Ouroboros forms, I assume that's probably why they're being hunted by both sides, and probably why they have to be on their own throughout this game. And I don't know, this gameplay, the Ouroboros forms, it looks really interesting. It looks like it's gonna add so much to this game, and I'm excited for it. It just looks exciting. But these Ouroboros forms, they remind me a lot of Skells from Xenoblade Chronicles X. A lot of these like sort of mech characters or whatever that we see in this trailer, they remind me a lot of Skells. So if they could have something similar to Skells in this game, that would be pretty awesome. Which, oh my gosh, I'm just excited for this. This trailer looks really nice. We also see this other guy. He looks like he's like in some sort of Ouroboros form, and he seems like he's probably the main villain. This dude gives me Metal Face vibes from Xenoblade 1, and he's probably the reason that both of these nations are chasing after the main characters. He's probably the one causing trouble, and if I had to guess, we're probably gonna find out probably halfway through this game that this guy is actually two people. That's just a guess of mine, that's just a theory. But also with these Ouroboros forms, it's interesting because we can see that the Ouroboros forms, they seem like they have a time limit, which that makes sense. It's probably like overpowered for like a minute and a half or something. And we also see that they have levels. So I assume since certain characters can, I guess, pair together and create an Ouroboros form, I assume that they're probably going to be leveling up, maybe based on those characters' relationships or something to that effect. I'm not really sure. But the Ouroboros forms, it looks like probably the coolest thing, in my opinion, that we've seen in this trailer. And I also assume that since we see the main characters merge and they have different skills and everything, they're probably going to have different purposes. Like maybe one's going to be more of a healer, one's going to be more of an attacker, and another is going to be more of a defensive character. I'm not really sure, but that's my guess. They're each going to have their own sort of specialty. And hopping back to Riku and Manana, I mean, we saw them in the first trailer. We didn't know if they were going to be part of your party or not, but I would have been really surprised if we had like no Napalm party members at all. I mean, what is a Xenoblade game without a Napalm party member? Like seriously, it hasn't happened. But I'm really interested to see where this game goes. I just wanted to cover some of the bigger points, and I mean, there was a lot of other interesting things. Like I see Noah's sword. It looks really cool. I like how it kind of reminds me of like Iron Man. It like he has the sword, but it comes apart and it's kind of like armor on his arm. And we also see some other main characters that are supposedly the party members' friends, but now they're enemies. It's like they're possessed or something. Like we can kind of see at the very beginning of the trailer, and they're hunting down the party members. I'm interested to see where all of this is going to go. But I want to know you guys' thoughts. What are your thoughts on this game? What are your thoughts on this new trailer? What are your thoughts on the release date getting moved up? That's the craziest thing to me. Like that's really crazy. That's never happened as far as I know. I mean, it probably has. I just don't know about it. But that's honestly, I'm happy. Hey, right before my birthday in August. So we're gonna be eating good this summer. This summer, there's so many games coming out this summer, and now we have Xenoblade added to that list. That's crazy. That tells me that E3, or I guess Nintendo's June Direct, is probably going to be very packed with games for the rest of this year. So I'm happy at what we could get. I'm happy at this prospect. But you guys tell me your thoughts down in the comment section below. How is your hype for this game? How hyped are you? But I've been Bro Show, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.